What's up, you guys? Marcus Funtime here. Today we're gonna be doing an unboxing review on the Men '97 Cyclops action figure. This one's actually a pretty cool action figure, not gonna lie. And you most likely have seen this in like a couple of stop motions. I haven't done a full review on him yet, but now's the time. So, first off, we're gonna be looking at the box. Alright, so the box is actually just your average little retro card back, you know? Like, you have the figure right here in this like little clamshell. You have the character over here, and then you have the Men '97 logo over here, which also says Marvel Studios, because I mean, this is a show, which is actually pretty good. So yeah, you have some X-Men members on the top over here. You have Magneto, Wolverine, Storm, Gambit, Bishop, and Rogue. You have like kind of like a comic book style on the back right here behind Cyclops. You also have the characters or the action figures that you need to collect, or you want to collect, in this lineup. It's they're right here basically. I'm not really sure if that's okay, it's not a read up, but yeah. We have Marvel Legends over here again. We have the name of the character again, and we have kind of a recreation pose, because like you see, this is the pose on the front. They actually recreated it over here on the back, with the X-Men logo at the back of, or behind Cyclops, which is very nice. So yeah, now let's actually take him out of the box and actually go to the figure. So out of the packaging, I like this figure overall, but first, before we get into this figure and stuff, let's look at all of his accessories and see how they are. So here are the accessories. This is basically just, these are the hands that came off of the figure when you would like take it out of the box, and also this is the head that you would see when you take it out of the box too. Let's go on with the head sculpts first. So I'm gonna be starting off with this one because it's actually a pretty good head sculpt. So the head sculpt on this one's great. Like, the hair is fine. If there was just like a little bit of like dark streaks in the hair, then that would be pretty good. The neutral expression, or just actually like the smirk, it's actually more of a smirk. Yeah, the smirk is actually good. It fits like his personality the most in the show. Yeah, the visor is actually pretty good. It's accurate to the show and the comics. I love that. There's not really much to say about the head. It's a good head though. And then the other head sculpt for when he's shooting his optic blast. So I like the grin that he has. It's not really a grin, but like he's like showing his teeth, which I love. I love that. And there's like a slit to where you can put his optic blast. The hair is actually a lot more like a bit tensed up. Not really tensed up, but it's in a different position, I think. Or I don't think it is. Okay, it's not actually, it's just the same. But the facial expression is different, and it's actually a good expression, and I like the way it looks. Okay, let me just zoom out a little bit. That's better now. It looks good. And then the optic blast is just the same exact way, you know, it's nothing really changed. But let me plug this optic blast in this head sculpt, and it actually looks great. You know, it just looks like your average like Cyclops shooting head sculpt. Let me put it on this head. Let me put it on the body actually. Because I actually rarely use this head sculpt for this. I actually rarely do that. So, it looks great though. Actually, it looks good. Like I mean, I rarely use it because I just display them like with this head sculpt normally. But it looks good. It looks good. All right, looks good. So before moving on to that, let me put this aside. So now let's look at the hands. So the hands each consist of two splayed out hands, one that's a bit tensed up, the other one is a lot more calm. Two fisted hands and one, I don't even know what to call it, like visor, like basically the hand that he uses to like touch his visor when he shoots his optic blast. So I'll go with, so I'll go with these two first. So this hand is just your, wow, it's so bright. So I'll just look at this lot more of a neutral hand first. So there's nothing really much to say about the neutral hand, but I do like the details of the glove. Like you can, if you look a bit closer, which actually I can't really focus that, there you go. If you look closely, like you could see there's like many details in like the wrinkles of the gloves and like the veins, which is actually great too. Then this a bit tensed hand kinda. There's lots of like detail in the fingers when they're like bending. You can see like there's some wrinkles or like some wrinkles and some creases in the glove, which I like. Then in this hand, you can see it's kind of the same way. There's lots of detail that they put into it, and in the fisted hands too, as you can see. I would like to do some posing real quick before I actually get into the figure itself, because I actually rarely use lots of these hands. I normally just use like normal, like the tensed up hand or something. Let me use the fist hand this time now, because I don't really use them too much, and it's time for me to use them. So here, alright, so it's actually very good. Alright, let me put up the brightness a little bit. Okay, that's actually fine. So let me display his legs down like this. It is also one of the figures that I actually have that actually have pinless joints, which is actually very good. And also, like a random question, like who's actually watched X-Men 97 season 1 and 2? Like personally for me, I've only watched season 1. And if you're wondering why only season 1, it's because I can't find any like platform that's actually good to watch season 2. But I really want to watch it. Like I've always tried to watch it on various platforms, but I just can't find the best one. Okay, that's not really the best thing to say, but it's kind of true, and I hate saying that, but I just can't find any good platform to watch it on, and I can't really get Disney Plus because it's pretty expensive too. So anyway, let's just see how this looks. This actually looks good, you know, since I barely use these. So anyway, let's actually get to the details of this figure now. Here it is, just normal accessories, you know. So let's look at the details into this thing. Sorry. So here it is. Let me try to focus it a lot better there. So the visor and like, okay, we got with the head sculpt already. But there is one thing I forgot to point out, was that the red part in the visor isn't like painted that well, especially there's like some chips in the paint, but that's inevitable, you know, like that would just happen. The blue parts are just normal. There's, I think, I'm not really sure if that's like a molding issue or something, or I'm not really sure actually. I can't really see it that clearly. Anyway, going to the front, so you can see the best, like a good X-Men logo, you know. You can see that. And then you can, then going down, you can see same X-Men logo. I don't really know what that is. It kind of bugs me, but that kind of like annoys me, but that's fine. You have a lot of pouches, as you can see. You can see a lot of pouches. Let me lift this arm up to see. You can see there's a lot of pouches going all around his belt. As you can see, there's a lot of pouches. The wrists are actually fine. It's just like your normal yellow, you know. Then I don't even know what to call them, but yeah, this whole figure has this whole like toy or figure has good. Can't really explain it that much, but it has good details. Although there are some imperfections, that's normally you can normally just see that in many toys and stuff, so that's alright. Okay, now let's get with the articulation now. So his head can move down that much, which is actually very good. His head can move up this much, which is also good, you know. You can get him in good dynamic poses. His head just rocks back and forth like that. He can move his head he can move his head very well too, like there's nothing really blocking it. His ab crunch goes this far, which it's not that bad, but it can do a lot better, especially if you're comparing it to like the Mayfex ones and stuff. It can go back this much. No diaphragm swivel, alright. The waist swivel is great. You know, it's just your average waist swivel. The leg kicks forward that much, that's great. It's like 90 degrees pretty much. Could kick back this much, which is not really the best thing. The thigh swivel is pretty good, you know. It has a double jointed knee, which also bends very well. It's also pinless, which is great. Boot swivel, so you can do like good poses and stuff. Ankle pivot. Foot can go up and down. The arm can go up this much. Let me see if it can go up even more. Okay, that's the most it could go, which is actually pretty good. That's good. The arm can go a full 360 actually. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, that's also pinless, and you may think there's like articulation over here, but really there isn't. And then a hinge at the wrist. It can go up and down, and then it can do a 360. And there's butterfly joints, which is this is actually the first Cyclops action figure that I have that can do this. I'm not really sure if there's more, but for me this is the first one that I've had that can do this. I can't really go forward that much, as you can see, but it can go backward a lot, so that's good. Overall, this guy actually has good articulation and great detail. I love the design of it because it reminds me of, like, I think the Jim Lee style of comic books, you know. But I do love the way it looks. So yeah, thanks for my review on the X-Men 97 Cyclops, and like and subscribe and hit the bell notification to get notified whenever there's a new video. And see you guys in the next video. Bye!